talk about Fab. Bless you. Each week on this video, we'll give you sneaky waiver wire ads that you could pick up this week, week 10, heading into week 10. I'm Alan, he's Jeff. It's very thin out there, and we're not even going to talk about Fab percentages because at this point, if there's somebody you need to get a win, you just go get them. We're not going to talk about percentages. You shouldn't even have any Fab left. But if you do you agree, week 10, you're not really worried about the Fab dollars?
If you've been trying to hold the hammer, there's nothing to hammer. And the thing is, you get limited impact here. We're week 10 already. You're going to getting at most 4 or 5 weeks, maybe 7 if you're lucky. If you get all the way to the finals, you expect to win your fantasy league. We want you to win, but it's counting on a long-term impact this late is probably a bad strategy. But you just try to get through this week.
If I have Fab dollars left now, and what I'm usually trying to do is use the hammer to get like the best defense or the best, the stream the best tight end. Like I don't mind overpaying for one of those onesie positions if I've been streaming them all year long. So, but let's get into it. So people need help. Running back. Who's your sneaky ad this week for heading into week 10 for running back?
What can I get you to do to get into this Eno Benjamin today? We got Chase Edmonds. He's got a high ankle sprain. He's going to be out multiple weeks. Eno Benjamin went 9 for 39 with 1 touchdown. We know James Conner is still going to be the man there. He's already kind of being the man. Now he's definitely more the man. But they still are kind of committed to the whole committee thing. So I think you'll see Benjamin get his work as well. They get Carolina this week. They get Seattle next week. Then they're on bye. So we probably won't see Edmonds at least until week 13. Benjamin can buy you a couple of weeks at least there. At least if you're looking in a deeper league for playing time. I don't think it's going to work in a 10-teamer, but you're a 12-teamer maybe if you got bye week issues.
Everybody needs running backs though. Everybody, and I like that Eno Benjamin call too because they haven't even unleashed him in the passing game, which is where Edmonds was pretty good. And Eno Benjamin caught almost 40 passes a year his last 2 years in college. I mean, he is a prolific pass catcher. I've heard you say on your radio show that 20 or 25 is kind of like the benchmark for a good pass catcher. He doubled that in each of his last 2 years. So I really like that call. All right, let's give him a sneaky ad at the wide receiver position. I need help in my league. So who could we pick up?
It's a sequel. We're going back to Donovan Peoples-Jones. OBJ's gone. Ding dong, the witch is dead. He's not going to be the top target. That's going to be Jarvis Landry. Landry's going to get more targets every week. They're not going to be a pass-heavy team. That's the thing that's the takeaway. But he is starting. He's going to be the guy. We got burned by that light scratch on the Thursday night game. We all did that. And he probably got spike cut in a lot of leagues. But he's now a starter. He's the number 2 guy in Cleveland. That's worth rostering.
Absolutely, especially he could flip the field and just do it on a couple targets too. So I like that pickup. I don't think a ton of people will be on him. That's definitely a sneaky ad. All right, tight end position. You hear me say it every week on this video. I just keep cycling through. Just give us a couple names that we could even hope score a touchdown this week heading into week 10.
Okay, so Dan Arnold is probably the guy that's the best available. I see him in some of my leagues already long gone. However, in Yahoo leagues, he's 20% rostered right now. So there's a lot of leagues where he's still not been claimed. Gets the Colts this week. Now, we know his quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, is dealing with a low ankle sprain. That might be a drag on his value there. That's the one thing I'd be a little bit concerned by. Evan Ingram's available in 26% of ESPN leagues. They're on bye this week. That's the downside. But looking at all the injuries to the Giants receiving core, I look at Ingram as a guy that's still going to get his decent share of targets. He did not get traded at the deadline, so he'll be part of the plan going forward.
In some of my Superflex leagues, I was scraping and trying to replace Aaron Rodgers. I did it with Colt McCoy in one league, and I failed in another with Jordan Love. Is there any quarterbacks that might be slipping through? Are there any backup quarterbacks that I could plug in if I have Daniel Jones or any of the other quarterbacks on a bye this week?
Okay, so there's 2 options here. I think, and both are on spec. They may not even start, but you're looking for upside. We mentioned it last week at Taysom Hill. He barely played against the Falcons. We saw the result against the Falcons. They lost. They did not have a dynamic passing game. They got the kind of the fluky late comeback to make that game look better than it was. They even had a lead late, but it wasn't because of Trevor Siemian. There's only so much upside you can get out of him. They've already had their bye week. I think eventually once they get Taysom Hill more snaps in practice, they got to go to him. The other guy I'd look at is a name we bantered around all season long is Trey Lance. He hasn't played a snap since getting the start against Arizona. Got hurt his knee. He looked a little raw, of course, against Arizona, which is a tough defense, by the way. They face the Rams this week, so it's probably not a good week this week, especially an angry Rams team after what happened on Sunday night. But the Jimmy G thing has run its course. The era of good feelings after the Chicago game, that lasted 1 week. Now we're back to the same malaise as before. I think they have to make a change, and it's got to be soon. Maybe it's not this week, maybe it's next week, but you trade up to get that number 3 overall pick. You got to play the guy.
If you want to see RotoWire's fantasy football premium content and our fantasy basketball premium content, which includes weekly rankings, Jeff's value meter, come over to RotoWire right now. You can try it for free for 10 days. Go to rotowire.com/try.